beyond your expectations. Feel the anticipation.
Is this long shot out of there?
Witness the speed. Experience the thrill.
Hi there, Maryland racing fans, and welcome to the Friday replay show at Laurel Park. We'll have all of the races from start to finish and the official prices in just a few moments on this Stronach 5 Friday, where the track is fast, the turf rated good. The first, second, and seventh races off the turf move to the main track. Maryland Pride Day coming up here at Laurel Park with 4 Maryland bred stakes, our t-shirt giveaway, pony rides, petting zoo, lots of family activities on Maryland Pride Day coming up on Saturday, August 17th. Register and more details at laurelpark.com. Here's the first on Stronach 5 Friday. Lined up. Off the Laurel Park opener. Tricky Lion sent up for speed When the Doves Cry and Gunslinger. Then Sir Orinoco will settle off the speed of the outside, racing in fourth, and Daily News is in the back. 5 lengths off the speed of Tricky Lion, and Weston Hamilton leading at a half length. When the Doves Cry tries to push that pace from second. Sir Orinoco is keeping up well 3-4 deep on the track. They're back to Gunslinger and Daily News on the inside, up close too. Daily News now moves second last, only 3.5 from the speed of Tricky Lion, who went the opening quarter mile in 22.77. 3 to go. Tricky Lion, When the Doves Cry, and Sir Orinoco making 3 in a line. Daily News right off the trio now with about 2.5 furlongs left to go, and Gunslinger's got to pick it up. Top of the stretch, Sir Orinoco's got the momentum to the lead. Sir Orinoco from Tricky Lion and When the Doves Cry between half and 46 seconds flat. They're into the stretch now, and here's Sir Orinoco and Heavy on Toledo breaking away a length and a half from Tricky Lion. Daily News on the outside trying to rally center of the track down to the last furlong. Daily News trying to grab Sir Orinoco. Sir Orinoco digging. Daily News keeps on grinding it out of the outside. Daily News, Sir Orinoco. Daily News, Sir Orinoco. Sir Orinoco, Daily News of the photo. Tricky Lion, and then When the Doves Cry and Gunslinger. Running time, minute 11.10. Down to a photo in the first. And they're off. Bucktooth and Bell Mullet out 1-2, and Fort Royal on the chase on the inside. Get another 5, and Prospect for Gold and Unlikely. On the outside is Cast the Light is out in the clear. 6 to 7 lengths off the speed of Bucktooth, who takes him into the 5-turn run. Bucktooth is in front of length from Bell Mullet, keeping up in second spot, and Fort Royal is in third. Another 3, and Cast the Light is in fourth, and it's Unlikely, and Prospect for Gold is last with 3 furlongs to go. 23.31 was that opening quarter mile for Bucktooth, and Bell Mullet's been on the chase the whole way, and Fort Royal continues in third position. Another 2, and Castellot ridden along in fourth, has 5 to make up under a drive. Top of the stretch, and it is Bucktooth still. Bucktooth handridden opens up 2.5 past the 3/16 from Bell Mullet, and Fort Royal on the inside. Castellot deep in the center of the track with a furlong left to go, half in 46.90, and it is Bucktooth and Julio Correa. Bucktooth going on willingly, opening up 5 under a hand ride. It is going to be Bucktooth convincing to win by 5 or so at the finish from Fort Royal and Cast the Lot, then Bull Mullet. Time at a minute 5.30. 3:174. And they're off. Southern Barbecue, here's Frida Trump and Greek God on the outside flashing up, and Twin Valor will settle back in the 4th spot as they move to the main portion of the track. Inside of that one is Cibre, and Chief Tari. Mythos is the last runner. They're led now by Free to Trump. Free to Trump a half length in front from Greek God in second. The pace solid, another 5 back. Southern Barbecue, Cibre on the inside. Here's Twin Valor racing in 5th position, some 6 or 7 lengths off the lead, and Chief Tari and Mythos is last. 23.90 is the opening quarter mile. Free to Trump breaks free by 2 from Greek God in second, and Seabray getting a bit closer from third, edging past that 4.5 furlong mark. Southern Barbecue is next. Twin Valor ridden along, has about 6 to make up around that far turn, but still plenty of time. Another 2.5, and his Chief Tari and Mythos is trailing at field. So it's Free to Trump getting continuous pressure from Greek God on the outside. Then Seabray is 3 lengths to close, and Twin Valor on the outside tries to rally up a wide, and Southern Barbecue half at 47.64. Top of the stretch, they make the turn for home, and it's Greek God. Greek God resting a narrow lead. Greek God from Free to Trump on the inside, coming back for a little more. Another 6, and Twin Valor at the center of the track, and Southern Barbecue near the inside. Southern Barbecue's in third. Twin Valor fourth, the far outside. It's Greek God and Free to Trump with a furlong left to go from Southern Barbecue, who's in third. But here is Greek God. Greek God and Pimentel by 2 from Free to Trump, then Southern Barbecue, and Twin Valor fighting for 4th with Seabray. Greek God. Minute 38.66. 7.657 Greek God. Julian. And they're off. Adult in the room going to the front with Annie Boo Boo from the inside gate to run with her early. And then it's back to She's Divine in third position and Music Maker. Here's the favorite Polished, who trails early into that first turn run, 6.5 lengths from Adult in the room. Adult in the room at the deliberate pace up front, 1.5 lengths in front of Annie Boo Boo in second, and Music Maker is in third, and She's Divine, and Polished is last, only 5 to 6 off that lead still of Adult in the room, who win an easy opening quarter at 26.24. So it is Adult in the room, and she's in control from Annie Boo Boo by about 3/4 of a length. And now Polish makes a early move into that slow pace. They're followed by Music Maker, and She's Divine on the inside. But Adult in the room is up front with Julian Pimentel. Still slow fractions from Annie Boo Boo in second, a half in 51.37. Polished is in third, ridden along for a little more, has 2.5 to close, heading for the far turn run. Music Maker saving ground, and She's Divine has to pick it up. Far turn run, Adult in the room with Annie Boo Boo, chasing and trying to gain now. Another 3 back, and Polished has asked for a little more from third, but has slipped some 4 off of Adult in the room, midpoint of the final turn. And Music Maker and She's Divine on the far outside. Top of the stretch, they make the turn for home, 6 furlongs a minute, 16.65. And it is Adult in the room with a 3-length lead. And now Polished has every chance to get by with that final furlong and a half. Adult in the room put to right-handed pressure on the outside. Polished begins to gain. Polished, Adult in the room's trying to hold sway, shifts out just a tad off the inside, and Polished on the outside. Polished trying to gain, but Adult in the room just holding. Adult in the room to win it by a length or so. From Polished second, then it was Music Maker and Annie Boo Boo. Minute 48.1. In the gate. And they're off. Shane's Jewel fires out quickly to open up 2 lengths of the opening 16th of a mile from Taco Supreme in 1 and done, an Awesome DJ in 4th. The outside is Tattoo to the clear, and last is Cerulean Springs, only 5 from the front. Shane's Jewel popped on top, a neck in front now for Taco Supreme on the outside, second and Tattooed, and 1 and done on the inside, rating along there in some tight quarters, an Awesome DJ in Cerulean Springs. 4 lengths covers them with Shane's Jewel, Taco Supreme, head-to-head into the turn with Tattooed 3 wide. 23.80 was an opening quarter mile. Just in behind him is 1 and done. Racing along in the 4th spot as they midway on the turn. An Awesome DJ on the outside, just 2 from the front, and Cerulean Springs is last. Taco Supreme, Shane's Jewel, and on the outside there, driving is third position, while 3 deep in the stretch is Tattooed. And here comes Tattooed and Taco Supreme and Shane's Jewel. The skirmish, the final 3/16 of a mile. On the far outside, Awesome DJ's flattened out a little bit. And they're down to the 16th pole with Taco Supreme fighting on. Taco Supreme turning back Tattooed. Taco Supreme Tattooed. It's close third with 1 and done in there, and Shane's Jewel. And they're off. Celebrate there, but Nigels Destiny, and he's one wild dude with Papal Law on the outside right there with early foot two. In advance now, do that dance. The inside is Ektabar. Ektabar now in fourth in mid-pack. Back to High Noon Rider, and last is Legends Hope, is loping along last position, already some 16 or 17 lengths off the pace out there that is set by Papal Law as they round that turn. Papal Law from Nigels Destiny, and he's one wild dude in third position. Ektabar isolated there in fourth and mid-pack, and they're followed by Do That Dance and High Noon Rider and Legends Hope. The opening quarter, 23.61. And so it is. Papal Law 3/4 in front from He's One Wild Dude, tugging along to put some heat on now. And Nigel's Destiny's on the chase just off that inside. Ektabar is kept close there, fourth position, some 6 lengths on the front of Papal Law. Papal Law still holds that lead. Then Do That Dance is next, and High Noon Rider, and Legends Hope is 7th. Heading into the far turn, the half mile, 48.49. So into the turn with 3.5 furlongs left to go. Papal Law, he's one wild due to the outside. They're on even terms and knocking heads now. In the meantime, Do That Dance is now coming on the outside. High Noon Rider as well. And they're followed by Nigel's Destiny. Ektabar's got to do a little better than that. Ektabar's dropped back to second last position. And Legends Hope trailing the field into the stretch. He's one wild dude. He's one wild dude from Papal Law. Do That Dance grinding it out there from third position. Out of the middle is High Noon Rider with a furlong left to go. He's one wild dude. He's one wild dude. Breaks away by 3 from Papal Law second. Then Do That Dance and High Noon Rider, Victor Carrasco. He's one wild dude to win it from Do That Dance, who surged up there late from Papal Law, and High Noon Rider or Ektabar. And they're off. Grand River and On a Rock. Here's Time Flies By, away running in third position. And last is Kosher Contract, about 4 lengths off that pace of Grand River. Grand River, Time Flies By. Now moves second, just a half length off the lead outside of that leader, Grand River. In the meantime, On a Rock is in the clear as well, outside third position. And Kosher Contract is a close fourth and tugging along on the inside. Only 3.5 lengths separates the entire field there for front to back. Grand River, Time Flies By, 1-2. Grand River with a half length lead through an opening quarter, and a soft 23.89 with 3 furlongs left to go. And On a Rock ridden for more on the outside in third position, and Kosher Contract last on the inside. Coming toward the quarter pole, and it's Grand River with Time Flies By moving up in earnest on the outside, and Time Flies By now just in front as they make the turn in. A half in 47.51. Time Flies By tries to break away 3/4 of a length from Grand River's driving. Stubborn on the inside is Grand River, and then it's On a Rock and Kosher Contract. Time Flies By, and Jorge Ruiz just in front from the hard-trying Grand River. It's Time Flies By. Time Flies By to get it done as a popular winner, a length and a half or so from Grand River second. On a Rock and Kosher Contract. Time minute 11.94. 6 furlongs. In the gate. And they're off. Lights on from the inside, and Mr. McGinty with early speed too. Easter Vigil from in between horses. Quick Hatch, and once more is chiming in with early foot as well. Outside is Captain Trips, and then back to Mr. Chesapeake City. Crazy Wild Bill is in the back with the favorite Quit Your Moanin'. Quit Your Moanin' pushing up between horses. In the back of the pack now, within 7 lengths of the pace up ahead. Mr. McGinty is that leader into the far turn run from Lights On once more, and Quick Hatch on the outside. The Gray Racing in 4th spot, while 3 wide. Another 3 lengths back in Captain Trips. The inside of that, here's the favorite Quit Your Moanin'. Just in behind that second flight of horses. Going to need a bit of racing room is the favorite Quit Your Moanin', trying to move through between horses as they come toward the quarter pole top of the stretch. Opening quarter went at 22.62, and they turn for home with a half in 47.08. Several across the track, and here's Quit Your Moanin', who's found room. Quit Your Moanin' now in front by 2 at the 3:16. Says they straighten in. The outside is Captain Trips moving to second. Once more A, then Easter Vigil is 4th. Down to the last 16th. 2 to 5. Quit Your Moanin'. Quit Your Moanin' will win by 5 at the finish from Captain Trips in second and Easter Vigil, followed by Crazy Wild Bill. In the gate, and they're off. Natural Order and a Worry Sky with early foot. Then it's Kid Jeter racing near the inside in 3rd position, and Beltway Bob is in 4th. Bay Bridge is 5th to that turn run, and Air followed by Electro racing back in the pack, and Air Bueno second last position, and Frontline Page is last of them all, some 8 off the pace of the Worry Sky. A Worry Sky leads about a length and a half on this yielding ground. A Worry Sky's up top from Bay Bridge, opening quarter 25.51. Just in behind him there, Natural Order. The inside is Kid Jeter, and Beltway Bob and Electro with an early bit on the outside. Electro is now tugging along to the 4th spot, and they are followed by Air Bueno, and Frontline Page's last now has 8 lengths to make up. Worry Sky and Rosario Montanez lead 3/4 of a length from Bay Bridge, heading onto the far turn, with Kid Jeter down inside in 3rd, and Electro right there on the outside in striking range of that slow pace. 49.80 was the half mile. Beltway Bob clear of traffic is moving up there 4 wide with 3 furlongs left to go, so it's Bay Bridge. Here's a move from Beltway Bob on the outside, quickening. A Worry Sky and Electro racing 4th, just in behind him, and Kid Jeter is next, and Frontline Page. They make the turn for 14.77, and Beltway Bob widest of them all. Bay Bridge and a Worry Sky next, and they're followed by Driven Electro in 4th of the final furlong, and Frontline Page out in the center of the track trying to quicken up now. Frontline Page on the far outside, grinding it on and coming at Beltway Bob. Bay Bridge out of the inside, fighting on back. Beltway Bob drifting, and here's Bay Bridge, Beltway Bob, Bay Bridge. Beltway Bob and Bay Bridge in a tight photo. Frontline Page, followed by Electro and Kid That's a wrap for the program on Friday afternoon, Saturday and Sunday, post time at 1:10. Coming up, Maryland Pride Day with 4 Maryland-bred stakes races here at Laurel Park on Saturday, August 17th. It's also the date for the Champions Handicapping Tournament. Test your handicapping skills, more than $33,000 in prizes. Details on that and registration at laurelpark.com. So Maryland Pride Day and our Champions Handicapping Tournament coming up on August 17th. We'll see you this weekend at Laurel Park.